Action.
Clearly the wrong guy. He borrowed the car. It's his fault. We're on to the next case. Please raise your right hand. Catering chef Angelica Cardenas suing another driver for damage to her vehicle. Defendant Alexander Martinez says they are equally responsible for the accident.
Let's see. Ms. Cardenas? Cardenas,
yes.
Suing Mr. Martinez, and you allege he's responsible for some property damage during the course of an automobile accident. And Mr. Martinez, your defense seems to be that since the two of you collided at the same time, she has to be equally liable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Ms. Cardenas, you first, please. When did this happen?
This happened at 7 o'clock in the morning on the 13th.
This is in San Bernardino County, California?
Yes, sir.
Who was it that you allege? I'm trying to just get through this so we get to the meat of the issue. This happens at a gas station.
Yes, me and my brother were on our way to an interview, and I needed gas before we went. So I pulled into a 7-Eleven, and I saw that Mr. Martinez's backup lights were on. So I stopped, waiting for him to go. 7 seconds went by, and he didn't move. So I proceeded to go into the gas station, pull up to the pump, and all of a sudden, as soon as I start going, he hits my car really hard. So I couldn't get out. My door, he hit me so hard where my door was jammed shut. It was hard for me to get out. He got out of his car, and he was helping me out. I was frustrated. I was mad. I've never been hit before. I didn't know what to do. So he finally opens the door for me. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I just got off work. I'm tired. I never hit anybody before in my life. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
All right.
I didn't open the door.
Don't interrupt so long. So you got hit.
I did.
Where did
Sorry for the baby in the background.
On my driver's side door, above the wheel.
I see. So you're saying that the defendant either backed into you or what? Hit it into you?
Yes, he backed into me.
Okay. That'll dovetail in enough with what I've got here in the allegations and the defense. So what were your damages?
It was the door, my driver's side door, and above the wheel.
What were your damages? In other words, how much did your property interest get damaged?
It was about $1,500. Sorry.
You're seeking that and rental car value for a few days as your vehicle got repaired. Is
yes,
that right?
My car is going to be out for a week while they're repairing the damages to my car.
We'll be back with more Judge Joe Brown in a moment.
Fast forward time. Sorry for the baby in the background crying. He's fine though. It's for mankind. Oh, here we go.
Let's see what the judge thinks.
Mr. Martinez, you now, sir.
First of all, on some of her points where she said I got off the car and opened the door for her, I never did that. She got off on her own. Which I was backing up, and I did look behind my mirror, look behind me. There was no car. She was never parked behind me. No 7 seconds passed by. As I was backing up, I felt we hit each other because
you hit each other.
Because I was backing up, she was coming in from the street.
Well,
and when I got off the car, she goes, "Oh, I saw you backing up. Like, why would you go forward if you saw me backing up?"
She said she'd come to a stop by the time you impacted her.
No, I never saw her. I turned.
That's called failure to maintain safe control and/or lookout and executing an unsafe backing maneuver without appropriate lookout.
Yes.
It's on private property, but same thing.
Yeah, I was backing up. I went about, I want to say 25 feet back.
You were looking in your rearview mirror.
I was looking at my rearview mirror. And I was looking
actually, the way they used to teach us was that you don't simply rely on your mirror. You turn around, put your arm over the back of the seat, and you look to your rear. But you're still held accountable.
And Judge, my brother Paul was in the car with me.
I've read his witness statement.
Does he have a witness statement?
Mm-hmm.
He does.
And I've read your witness's statement.
Yes.
Now, and Dad, you came from down the block.
I called him because I couldn't get my door open.
Well, that's good.
So
see, that's normal. We've had too many people, haven't we, Miss Sonia? There's no dad to call.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll fix it right now. It's only your little dad."
We actually, my father and I both looked at his insurance. They were expired. My dad and I both, and my brother even asked him personally.
Fathers are very good for that, you know.
If he had his current insurance, he said, yes, I just haven't gone down to the office to get it. It's current. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay.
But it turned out not to be. So anyway, we don't even need to get in that because technically in American law, unless there's an issue of who has the property interest, insurance is irrelevant.
Judge Joe Brown makes his ruling after this.
Fast forward time, part 25. This is for Amanda.
Your brother.
Oops.
1-877-JOE'S-LAW or visit JudgeJoeBrown.com.
You, sir, have to keep a good lookout. And thank you. That's why, see, it's a bad thing to voluntarily deprive a child of a father. Very bad. It's always a good thing. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But you're liable, son, so your collection or recovery is going to be $1,579. And I looked at your claim for damages, the estimate. It seemed reasonable to the circumstances, and cars are expensive to repair these days. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
A major inconvenience at the convenience store. The defendant was found to not be practicing safe driving skills, and that makes him liable. Plaintiff wins. We'll be right back. Next, Judge Joe.
And let's just watch when they exit. Oh, there they are.
He backed into the plaintiff, so there was no backing out of responsibility.
The exit.
The judge reminded him that he needs to maintain safe control of his vehicle, and he needs to pay. To submit your case to Judge Joe Brown and check out new video clips from our